Các cháu đi đâu?
Chơi. Đi thuê thăm thành phố Chicago.
Nó phải đang chụp ảnh đây. Caolinh bắt hàng Chicago trước. Rồi, ngày hôm nay mình đi Millennium Park nha. Sau ở Chicago, xong mình đi The Bean nha.
Victory. Cái phim gọi là Chicago.
Cái Bean hôm nay is closed and under construction, so you cannot get into there. So yeah, it's blocking everywhere.
All the robins.
Thành phố downtown, at the edge of the town hall, nhưng mà building rất là đẹp. Thu Hà đang chụp cho bác Giang hình kỷ niệm.
It's a small fountain, yeah, but I think the bigger fountain they're talking about is by the lake. We drove past it.
Cái này, this is a fountain. Big fountain. Catholic đánh cái đàn trên đó. He's playing carillon in the chapel. Caolin is playing the carillon for Uncle Thiện và Anh Giang and Anh Thư up there. We are down here. We cannot climb up, so we record the music from on the ground, grass floor. Beautiful music on the beautiful sky. Sunny today. Weather very perfect in Chicago here. This is Rockefeller Chapel of University of Chicago. It's located on Woodlawn Avenue and 59th Street. Người Hà cũng ở đây cũng quay chút xíu iPhone. Some student graduates today they take chance to take some photo on campus. bài đủ rồi. Quay một bài rồi. Đấy thôi chứ còn quay nhiều quá nửa tiếng không thành vấn đề này. Không đánh nhiều bài nửa tiếng là tính cho mấy người ra, nếu mà thấy mình chụp hình từ đây nè, trên chỗ đó, trên cái ông top trên top nó đi ra trên đó nó nhìn xuống, hoặc bên kia kìa, một và hai bên đấy thôi à. Thấy không? Này, Toàn bỏ ra. Anh ngồi xuống. Anh ngồi xuống.
Gần cái xe nó chạy ồn.
Đủ. Tắt đi. Không nhìn thấy không? Oh yeah. Yeah, they up there. See where somebody waving hand. Caolinh hand nè. Anh Thư kìa. Yeah, they see what we see there. Yeah, that's the main one. Hello. Come up here, waving to us. Anh Thư, Caolinh, bác Giang, bác Thiện. On top of the chapel.
Good job, buddy.
Good job. Good for Palmer. Giờ mới sáng nay ngày thứ 5 bắt đầu là River Walk, là trong thành phố downtown, nhưng mà cái con sông rất là đẹp. Rồi sẽ nữa lấy cái cruise, cái siêu bác Giang với Thu Hà, bác Thiện đang chụp ảnh dưới downtown đó. Caolinh. Hello, Caolinh.
Hi.
There's the Trump Plaza over there. Người mẫu Thu Hà. Hello, Chicago.
EJ555.
beautiful
Yeah,
Chicago. Walk day. Beautiful view. Go ahead, go ahead.
I'm being transparent. So we're gonna take Jonathan Brooks.
Hopefully we don't get maganda din ang ito. Bây giờ trong khi tới đợi chiều ngồi River Walk thì ăn hot dog, hamburger, pretzel, salad thôi. Ngồi bên sông. Đây là phái đoàn đang ngồi ăn đây. Đó. Phái đoàn đã ăn salad gì? Lấy tay. We on the cruise board for architecture.
Specific designs that are custom made for the environments that they're built in. And this newer style of architecture is called contextualism, kind of a mouthful. And we see a great example of contextualism coming up right in front of us here in the Trump International Hotel and Tower. And I want you to make note of these 3 balconies that you see coming out of Trump Tower. So these balconies integrate the building into the neighborhood by matching the heights of other buildings nearby. So obviously we're up pretty close to it right now, so it doesn't quite look like it. But this first balcony does match the height of the roof of the Wrigley building next to it. The second balcony is gonna match the height of, wait for it. Second balcony matches the height of the Mather Tower. That's this cream-colored rocket-shaped building next to London House on the left side. And third balcony matches the height of AMA Plaza, which is the big black box building popping out behind it. So this is the architects of Trump Tower recognizing that you couldn't have put this building in this place if not for the others that were built around it first. So that's contextualism. It's in conversation with its context. So all about blending in, harmonizing with the building surroundings, respecting the neighborhood that it's built in. Also the use of the blue reflected glass, the curving of the building, meant to mimic or complement the river water, which is another element of contextualism. And Trump Tower is the second tallest building in Chicago today. It was completed in 2009, designed by a really famous global architect named Adrian Smith. It's a high-end residential and hotel. Top floor penthouse just sold this past year for a crisp $20 million. If you are looking for something a little more affordable, a little more budget-friendly city living, come up on the right. We got the very unique, the twin corn cob shaped towers of Marina City. So Marina City is an entire residential complex that was completed in the mid-1960s, designed by Bertrand Goldberg. And this Goldberg guy really believed that people should be living downtown in city centers, which no one was really doing in Chicago in the late 50s, early 60s. Everyone's moving out to suburbs. So Goldberg designed Marina City in order to get residents downtown by offering all the resources of an entire neighborhood in a single complex. So there's housing up at the top. You got parking right below it. And it is kind of risky parking, so they can make you valet, by the way, thank God. Office building behind there, a former movie theater, a restaurant, a health club, swimming pool, bowling alley, dry cleaner, place to park your boats. So really everything you could need all in one place, like a city within a city. And it worked really successful in getting a lot of residents into this downtown River North area. All right, bopping over to the other side of the river. Coming up on the left next to 55, see this lovely blue glass white granite building. And I want you to draw your eye up the building. So you'll notice there's a triangle shape up at the roof there. Got these white columns running down it. What does it remind you of? Kind of like a modern day Greek or Roman style temple, perhaps, like a contemporary Parthenon, I like to think. So 77 West Wacker, built in the early 1990s, but meant to embody the style of the classics. So they use modern trends and materials to exaggerate this classical Greek or Roman style, and this is known as neoclassical architecture. Neoclassical. And yeah, we see a good amount of folks out enjoying this lovely Thursday evening on our Chicago Riverwalk here, as they should. And the Riverwalk's kind of of a newer addition to our city, and it's cool. It was created so that we have a second shoreline besides the lake that's walkable. So you can walk a full mile and a quarter down it. Also, the Chicago River, not known for being the cleanest body of water in the world at all, but it's a lot better than it used to be. So we have been working hard to clean our river up, and a big way we've done that is by adding activities, amenities, restaurants, etc. to the river. Upwards, the small deep windows, a polished limestone facade, and then simple repeated geometric shapes, metallic elements. So the mart was built in 1930. It originally served as the wholesale warehouse for the Marshall Fields department store. You'll notice these kind of Pez dispenser looking statues. Those are some of our original bad boys of retail here in the US. So we got men like Marshall Field, Aaron Montgomery Ward, we got Sears, Woolworth, Wanamaker, and a couple others. And eyes up as we come under the bridge, enter into Wolf Point, one of my favorite views we get. Wolf Point, I call it our trophy case of contemporary Chicago architecture, because pretty much everything you're looking at is new-ish, built in the last like 6 or 7 years. This guy, Salesforce Tower, is brand new. And then Wolf Point, this is also the area where the 3 branches of the Chicago River come together. So we started out on the main branch. We're gonna head up the north branch in just a moment, and then the south branch after that. Directly ahead of us, you'll notice this kind of hot pocket looking building. This is River Point 2017, and this big arc at the front of it is structural because there are Metra and Amtrak passenger trains that run underneath the building. So the big challenge when they went to design River Point was figuring out how to make that structural support entirely above ground to accommodate those train tracks. And different, by the way, than the trains you'll see on the bridges. So the ones on the bridges are like Chicago public transit trains. Call them the L train because a lot of the lines condos, as they do, and it took about 4 months to completely thaw it out. And then when workers went to cut through the walls, they found the walls had been stuffed with cork and matted horsehair, which they were using to insulate the building. Did update that. So same guy that congregate. Terrible day to drive through the city, though, I will say. I think they should be holding one on Saturday. All right, we're gonna head towards this south branch, and as we do, I want you to check out this building ahead of us, kind of on the right, that has this V or Y-shaped base, which is pretty unusual, right? Don't really see this too often. So this is 150 North Riverside. It was completed in 2017, designed by Getch Partners, and the 2-acre site where this building now stands sat empty for like a really long time. So nothing was over here. No one wanted to build on it because the lot was deemed too challenging or inconvenient for construction. And that's because the lot is bordered by the river, those railroad tracks underneath, and that condo building behind there. So all of those combined with a city building law that requires a 30-foot setback from the river for public access, it left a buildable site that was only 39 feet wide, which is not a lot of feet wide for your skyscraper. So Getch Partners eventually took on the challenge, got creative, made it work, and what we're left with today is a really tall building with a very narrow base in a super windy city. See any potential issues? So this building and many other buildings here in Chicago can actually sway back and forth in the wind, and so much so that folks on upper floors would potentially get like nauseous or seasick if this wasn't addressed. So we design our skyscrapers with the wind in mind, or the drift as it's called in the architectural world. And on our tour tonight, we'll talk about 3 different techniques that we use here to offset that wind or that drift. So we'll come back to this building as we head back into Wolf Point. But Getch Partners did such a good job on 150, they were invited back to build the Bank of America building, coming up on the left here. And this just recently opened in 2021. As we come under the bridge, I want you to check out how they dealt with that city building law requiring the 30-foot setback. So with this one, they decided to vault the 3rd floor, those giant tripod-like legs, to comply with that river building requirement. Also, you'll notice these like rippled setbacks on the side of the building here. So these are in order to increase the amount of corner offices, really maximize good use, so that there are approximately 14 corner offices per floor on the Bank of America building. Okay, so next series of buildings coming up on the right-hand side were built chronologically, so they give us a nice little timeline of the evolution of architecture in the US throughout the 20th century. And ideally at the start of the timeline, we would have the Wrigley building right here, early 1920s. But next up, we got 2 Riverside Plaza, 1929. Another great example of Art Deco, because it's enormous, it's kind of jazzy, snazzy, optimistic for the roaring 20s. Until the 20s stopped roaring, because what happened to the U.S. economy in 1929? Stock market crashed, we fell into a Great Depression. Not too long after that, we enter into World War II. So this left a huge gap in construction, with really no commercial office buildings built around the country from around 1930 to 1957. When construction did pick up again in the late 50s, architectural priorities have changed. You know, these guys are children of the Great Depression, so they're thrifty, practical, not concerned with adding bougie decorations like gargoyles and clock towers. Rather, they wanted to strip the building down to its core essentials. So this leads us into a new era with very familiar black box, modernism. Don't overthink it. On the right, got Gateway Center 1 and 2 from 1965 and 1967. And the father of this modernism genre was a German-born architect named Ludwig Mies van der Rohe. And Ludwig Mies van der Rohe coined the phrase, less is more. So he believed that the beauty of a building lies. We're playing with shape using reflective glass. We're getting a little contextual. We're getting a little bit crazier, a little bit riskier with our designs from the 1980s and beyond. And coming up on the left is another black box building that we really never talked about until this mural was added. It's a giant map of the Chicago River. That red Lego piece up there is us, or we currently are. I guess making it a big "you are here" map, though I highly doubt it would help you navigate anywhere. If you're able to look up towards the top, busy, and then it was abandoned for decades, long time, and kind of recently bought by an investor, did a complete gut rehab, repurposed it to trendy offices, as they do. And I know it's kind of basic, but I love this building.
sorry.
Probably the most important thing to tell you guys about this river before we call it a night, and that's the fact that we actually reversed the direction of this whole dang river. So yeah, for years, Chicago was kind of treating the river like a garbage can. So they were throwing in raw sewage, industrial runoff, animal carcasses, you name it. And this wasn't super sustainable, as the river was naturally flowing into Lake Michigan, which is also where we were getting our drinking water. So by the 1800s, disease was running rampant around Chicago. 1880, we were the cholera capital of
today is a family reception day for Caolinh graduation tomorrow, Simon tomorrow. So this afternoon they have refreshment at the museum. So here's the toy for the train, cargo train. Wow, the big display. And over there, all the building of downtown, all those. Oh, it looked like Chicago the old days. Oh. We saw the architecture schools yesterday, the same kind of building design. Airplane model. It's a big airplane on top here. Because it should have Boeing inside. Because a lot of people, reception is like a few thousand people. Seven science.
Hi there, how we doing? Good night, feel y'all. Nice to see you.
Can I get it down?
I'm gonna take a quick picture of them, and then you're more than welcome to.
Tornado.
Step right up this way. Thank you so much.
That's a tornado.
Here you go, my friend.
Thank Okay. Cho cái quyển lên cho bố, cầm cái quyển sách lên cho. Yes, please. Yeah. Thank you. This is Phạm Ngọc, Caolinh Phạm Ngọc, creative writing, AD with honors on the page 136. For 538 connovation.
Good, how are you? Good. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Hello. Giang. Lady. Thư.
Candidates from the Graham School of Continuing Education and Professional Studies.
From the college.
Please welcome candidates from the Pritzker School of Molecular Engineering. Please welcome candidates from the Division of Biological Sciences and the Pritzker School of Medicine. Please welcome candidates from the Law School.
Đây có lẫn nhau nhỉ?
Đến chưa tới lo xuống.
Không college mà.
Tới đó.
Okay. Với tay.
Tới đó.
Nó thiệt đó, tôi đi chụp hình cho bạn đó.
Không thấy đó, trong hàng đây sao?
Cái đèn đó nó vừa đưa camera ra. Nó đứng đó.
Traditions that bind us as a community of scholars. These rituals are important. They represent your entry into a lineage of the university's thinkers, innovators, and leaders who have come
This week I was walking around campus and a proud grandpa approached me, and he's a UC alum, and he told me, quote, "A UChicago degree ain't no joke." Indeed, it's a ticket. It's a ticket that will open doors that are beyond approach for most. Parents and grandparents, you are equal partners in this achievement today. Thank you. Give them a hand, everyone. Now, grads, I know what you're thinking. Why did they let this person speak? Did the president lose some sort of bet? The answer is simple. I come with a surprise. I am here to conduct the largest field experiment in the history of convocations. Now, if it wasn't pouring rain, I would have you take out the white or maroon sheet of paper in your bag, but I'm not going to make you do that because I don't want to ruin.
Mr. President, these students have completed the prescribed program of undergraduate studies. On behalf of the faculty of the college, I now have the honor to present them as candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science.
University of Chicago College Class of 2024. By virtue of the authority delegated to me, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science and welcome you to the Fellowship of Educated Individuals. Congratulations. Just conferred a degree, I want to offer my congratulations. You are all now graduates of the University of Chicago. As alums, I encourage you all to remain engaged with the university and our work. Keep us informed of your achievements and of course visit often. This campus is your home. You are always welcome here. Congratulations once again, and farewell for now.
Give me five. Give me five. I have five.
She's holding an umbrella. If I give her a 5, it'll smack it out of her hand.
Where's the umbrella?
Huh? I left it.
You lost?
No, I didn't lose it. I know where it is.
Left. Come here, con take it.
Okay, go.
Ethan Mark Ostro, Bachelor of Arts in Law, Letters and Society, Major in Philosophy, Master of Arts in Social Sciences.
Good job,
Christine Blake Sehos, Bachelor. Policy Studies, Bachelor of Arts in Visual Arts. Destin Ivo P. Kundu, Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience. Riley Oliver, Astronomy and Astrophysics. Aiden Jones, Bachelor of Arts in Physics. Aman Eloy Majmudar, Bachelor of Arts in Law, Letters, and Society. Esme John McCarthy, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Bachelor of Arts in Public Policy Studies. Colin Patrick Megan, Bachelor of Arts in Classical Studies. Isaiah Forrest Milbauer, Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. Tia C. Moore, Bachelor of Arts in Gender and Sexuality Studies. Arushi Mukherjee, Bachelor of Arts in Economics, minor in Astronomy and Astrophysics. Fatima Patino Gasca, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, minor in Media Arts and Design. Caolinh Mok Pham, Bachelor of Arts in Creative Writing. Fernanda Ponce, Bachelor of Arts in Race, Diaspora, and Indigeneity.
And the range of lessons that they have learned at UChicago, it is important to acknowledge that they are now adults, capable of making their own decisions and charting their own path.
Caolinh, over there.
As they embark on this journey of self-discovery and growth, marching band. You guys can rise and get ready. You're going to follow the band. They're going to lead you to the celebration. Congratulations!
Augustana. I didn't see her. Congratulations, Caolinh. Just give me a handshake. Good, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect wet day, but it's beautiful.
Very nice.
Okay. Right. Can I see the name? Can I see the name?
Not right now, later. It's raining.
By yourself, by yourself. Chụp by yourself đi.
Let's see. Beautiful. Yeah. That's the chapel behind you. Các picture có hình Park Chapel.